Welcome to Travel Inspo, where we show you places around the world to help inspire you to travel. Italy is no doubt filled with beautiful cities, and the bucket list could go on forever. Italy has breathtaking architecture, world-class museums, as well as incredible cuisine. But are these cities good for travelers? Wait for number 10 to see where you could stay in a tiny home. You wouldn't want to miss it. Let's begin. Number 1. Rome. Rome is on the top of the list of cities to visit for most tourists traveling to Italy, for its history as the capital of ancient Europe, and also its role as one of Europe's most colorful cities today. Relics of its ancient glories such as Pantheon, the Colosseum, the Forum, the Appian Way, and the Palatine Hill vie with the riches of the Vatican as the top attractions. But between the essential sites like the Sistine Chapel, as well as Michelangelo's Pisa, you can take your time to enjoy the city itself. You can relax in the Borghese Gardens and eat gelato on the Spanish Steps, and then explore the narrow streets of Trastevere, and sip your morning cappuccino in cafes in the window shop on the Via Veneto, and then toss a coin in the Trevi Fountain so that you can return again and again. It will take a few trips to see it all. Number 2. Florence. Surrounded by the hilly Tuscan countryside all around and set on the banks of the Arno River, Florence is the most beautiful city in Italy. Florence is famous for masterpieces of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. Florence is a city where visitors will be surrounded by stunning Renaissance artworks, monuments, as well as the most impressive architecture. It's also a very lively city with cinemas, music, dance, and theaters. At the same time, Florence is also the city of food and wine, and with various festivals taking place throughout the year. Number 3. Venice. Venice is the city of dreams. You probably have heard people say to not visit Venice as it's overrated. However, if you spend some time there not just on a cruise, then you will also instantly fall in love with its beautiful Grand Canal and Old Town housing St. Mark's Square, the Bridge of Sighs, Doge's Palace, and Rialto Bridge. Known for its canals, cathedrals, and the odd gondola or two, Venice is the place for romance, especially after the crowds disappear. The center of the city is broad Piazza San Marco, surrounded by numerous of its top tourist attractions. The Great Basilica of St. Mark stands beside Doge's Palace, and the tall Campanili overlook both. Taking a gondola ride is the most romantic thing to do in Italy. There is a gate under the clock tower which leads into a warren of narrow, winding passageways, where you will definitely get lost on the way to the Rialto Bridge. Getting lost is one of the best pleasures of Venice, and where a postcard scene awaits around every corner. Number 4. Naples. Located on the Gulf of Naples is an energetic city full of life and vigor, with a wealth of cultural and historical sites to visit. There are 2 royal palaces, as well as 3 castles and many ruins dating back over the ages. And let's not forget to mention the massive array of architectural marvels on offer. Its amazing museums showcase captivating frescoes and masterpieces by Caravaggio and others. And while its gastronomic scene is the stuff of legends, you can also do a bit of rough around the edges, and is much less popular as some big Italian cities. Naples is no doubt a joy to visit. Number 5. Milan. Even though Milan is a major entry point for tourists mainly for its airport, it's usually overlooked as a destination of its own. It is a shame, as Milan is one of the highest concentrations of artistic as well as architectural attractions in all of Italy, and for those interested in design and fashion, it is a must. Milan has been the home and workplace for luminaries in all of these fields, including Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Verdi, Giorgio Armani, Enrico Caruso, and Toscanini. Duomo, Milan's biggest cathedral, is one of the world's most magnificent churches and the finest example of flamboyant Gothic style. The La Scala is also the world's most prestigious opera house. And Da Vinci's The Last Supper fills the entire wall at the monastery. Also throughout the city are palaces and museums filled with some of the world's finest art. Number 6. Bologna. Located in northern Italy, Bologna is said to be one of the best cities in Italy to visit and explore, especially if you are a foodie. Also, Bologna is a great stopping point on your visit through Italy, and it has a shed load of history. Once you are there, go over to Piazza Maggiore, as it is the city's main square, and you should look out for Neptune's statue there. You could take a walk to the Basilica of San Petronio, which is so enormous that it is said to be the 10th largest church in the world. Bologna is quite famous for its pretty tasty meals. Once you are in Bologna, make sure to grab some taglieri with a fine glass of wine in the evening. If that doesn't float your boat, try zuppa inglese, which is a sweet treat similar to trifle. Number 7. Perugia. Located within Umbria, Perugia is known to be one of the best cities in Italy to visit. Perugia is a perfect stopping point between Florence and Rome. Once you're in Perugia, you need to see the 16th century fortress of Rocca Paolina. Then visit Piazza of the 4th November, as well as explore the beautiful streets of the old town itself. For a really authentic stop for food, pop into Veneria La Fruscetta on the Via Antonio Gramsci. It's a picturesque little restaurant with some of the best home cooking and charm you will ever get in a city. It almost feels as though you have stepped back 100 years. Number 8. Sicily. The island of Sicily comes in 7 places on the UNESCO World Heritage Site list, 2 for natural wonders, 3 for its ancient site, and 2 for its architectural treasures. Now, some of the finest remaining examples of ancient structures are located here. Selinut is one of the largest Greek temples, and in Agrigento, at the Valley of Temples, it is also one of the 3 most perfect Greek temples anywhere, and the 3,500 square meters of mosaics at Villa Romana del Castel in Enna decorate one of the most amazing preserved villas in the entire Roman Empire. Sicily's landscapes, which is crowned by Mount Etna, and its amazing golden sand beaches, matches its world-class attractions. Sicily is a vibrant city full of color and fine buildings. Nearby Montereal Cathedral is no doubt a masterpiece of Norman architecture, and also its walls are covered by 6,340 square meters of interior walls with convoluted mosaics by artists from Sicily. Monreal stands almost exactly as it was constructed in the 1100s and is one of Sicily's best tourist attractions. Number 9. Pisa. Much more than the iconic Leaning Tower, which is the former maritime power of Pisa today, relies on tourists to fuel its economy. Simply beautiful to wander around, the architecture styles from throughout the ages are shown off as Renaissance piazzas as well as Gothic churches jostling for space along with other fantastic buildings on show. More authentic than many Italian cities, they have become inundated by tourists, and it also has a very lively atmosphere filled with bars and cafes. Number 10. Puglia. If Puglia were less remote, it would easily be one of the country's well-known tourist destinations. Puglia forms the heel reaching southeast into the Adriatic Sea. Puglia is filled with Baroque architecture and magnificent churches with facades carved in local golden limestone. At the tip of the heel is Salento, a pristine coat of rocky cliffs, its soaring headlands, and its beaches in the deep coves between them. Some of Italy's most pretty beaches stretching kilometers of golden sand on Salento's west shore. From the 15th century castle, visitors can see across the Adriatic to the mountains of Albania. The Parco Naturale Regionale Costa Otranto protects the eastern shore. Its picturesque village of Otranto is the gateway to the amazing blue flag beaches on Baie dei Turchi. At Bello, you can also see the picturesque villages of Trulli, little conical roofed houses which now constitute a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can make one of these tiny houses your home while you tour around the region. What are your thoughts on this? Which city in Italy do you want to travel to? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be up to date with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.